Hi YouTube! Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do a little review, I guess, on the Prismacolor colored pencils. A lot of you who are in my group, at least, they know that I have been coloring for a while now. And I got the pencils, I don't know, just a couple weeks ago, but I cannot do a review if I haven't colored, right? So I was coloring and looking and thinking, you know, like, what do I like? What do I not like? And I will tell you, I'm an absolute beginner. I have not held a pencil in my hands since I was a child. And when I was a child, I was really bad in coloring. Let me tell you that much. I really was. I would envy people who could color, but I couldn't, so I just didn't. I never used them throughout my whole life again. So I was watching videos and I decided to just jump in and buy some pencils. I went to Amazon and I found those. They were Amazon Choice. And 72 pencils are in this package. So this is like a tin box. I believe they have 150 colors. So 72 is like, you know, I decided to go with 72 just. It was $30. So I paid $30 on Amazon. And I thought, this is a good price. So they come like this. They are not in the original packaging inside, because they will come in these plastic containers. And they are so super flimsy. There is no way to organize your pencils. Except you don't want to organize them and just keep them in there. Then you can keep them in there. But I like mine to be organized by color so I can do some shading or something, you know. So when I would organize them by color, here I tried. Every time I take one out, they would just, you know, move around. Or if I need to take one of those out to get to the second and third one, because there will be 3 layers of those, it was just a pain in the butt. And also, I would have to put them all out and have a lot of space on my desk just to keep them out. You know what I mean? So I decided to go a different way. And I will show you. As you can see, they are used because I was coloring a lot. But what I did, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it this way, but for now, this works best for me. So I just grouped them by color, you know. So I put all of my blues in here, and I took an elastic and I put it around it. And same thing I did to greens and reds and purples, you know, just so they stay in one. Because normally when I color, let's say I want to color here and it's going to be brown, then I will just take the brown things, pencils, and color it, you know. So it's easier for me. Once I'm done with the hair, I just put all the browns together, and I want to color the dress in green, let's say, and I would take the greens. So that's what I did. So like I said, you get 72 colors. A lot of them, let me show you, are brown. You get a lot of browns and a lot of greens. You get not many blues, but because you get purples, I guess the, you know, they are pretty good in colors. You know, you get enough of each color group, I would say. So this is, those are the pencils. And you get a black and white, which is the shortest two I have, because I use them all the time. I use the white one to, I don't know how you call it, burnish? I'm not sure. I'm not a pro, so don't expect like anything like that from me. So those are the 2 most used ones, and I do really prefer 1 or 2 colors here, so they are used up more as well. Now, I opened them and I started coloring, and I was disappointed, really, really disappointed when I just started the first. I just didn't know what I'm doing, I guess. So my tip to you is always sharpen your pencil when you color, because it said they come pre-sharpened, and they were sharpened. So I just started out, but they were not sharp. So if you don't have a really sharp pencil, the coloring is so different. So go ahead and sharpen them really good. And to go with that, the other tip is use a really good sharpener. This one I got from a friend of mine, and I'm so thankful. This is so good. I was using a normal one. I felt like, okay, I don't have another one, and you know, the cheap one should do. And it did a little, but not really much. I just emptied it, so it's not too full. This one is really sharp. So you need a sharp one to damage your pencils, you know, and you can do it just really quick with this one. With the other one, you take off too much of the colored part, I feel like. So I would say get a good sharpener, you know. They also say you can get other ones where you can exchange the blades here too, I guess. You see, that's why the blades are always like that. I never thought about that, but I guess you can exchange the blades. So, and you should do so if it's not sharp anymore. I would say so. The only thing I knew about the pencils before I bought them was don't drop them. So don't drop them on the floor, don't drop them on your desk, don't drop them anywhere, because they will break inside and then it's over. Some people would put them into the microwave to make the wax melt again, and you know, kind of, but I never did this, so I cannot say anything about that. What I can say is some of the pencils are really bad quality. I have one here that just broke on me. It just broke. I was sharpening it. Let me see if I can show you. You can see, I don't know if you can, but this is really dry wood. Can you see that? And this is the part where it broke. It was like this, connected, and I was holding it here and just sharpening it. And this little tiny pressure from my hand, and it was not much, broke the pencil. Because it's dry right here. I don't think it was quality wood they used. Luna broke one of my pencils too. But this one, was it this one? Yes. You can see, can you see it? So Luna broke it on the other side. This is the side she didn't touch. But it seemed to be bad already, right here. So I have one or two of those. You know, and that sucks because you pay a lot of money for each pencil. If you want to buy them in a store, you know, yeah, and they're supposed to be really good quality, but I heard a lot of bad stuff about them as well. I don't know about everything because, like I said, I'm a beginner. I don't do huge drawings or colorings or whatever. All I color is little gorgeous girls and little stamps and stuff like that. But even for a beginner, this I know should not be happening to your pencils. So no. They do have a couple, you can just tell. You see the wood here and here. You see how bad the wood is on a couple of them? It just doesn't look good to me. It looks very different from this wood, and it's very flaky, you know, so I'm assuming this one is not good. But like I said, I'm a beginner. I'm not a pro. I cannot really tell, but there are some like that. If you would compare, you can see what I mean, right? Like right here. I don't know, but I love them. I still do love them. I had so much fun with coloring, you have no idea. So I started out coloring with my pencils, and I would just color everything and anything from my stamped images, you know. I will show you a couple. So I would just color a bunch, as you can see. And I'm a beginner. So this was one of my very first ones, you know. So it is possible as a beginner and not a good person for coloring to get good images, you know. I tried everything and anything, like color my hair different, because those are just for me for practicing, you know. I just took the stamped images I had left over and I just went ahead and I just did it. And I got better, you know, over time. I believe I got better with everything I did. So you don't really take much time for that. It took me a couple weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know. I might be really wrong. I don't know. But I did it. So let me show you a couple more. Okay, so I got a couple more because I wanted to show you. Like this was my very first, I believe, I colored. And you can see that, you know, it's just a little bit of color there. I'm not really doing very well. And after just a little while, I was getting better and better with that. This one is colored just with my pencils. So I went ahead and I got some Gamsol because I heard that it's so much better. So of course I went there and I got this one from Walmart.com. I'm not sure, it could have been around $5. I don't know. It was not too much. And this should last you for a while because you only dip the tip in there. And you only, to use this, you will need paper stumps. So don't laugh at mine because I had a little problem. But those are the paper stumps. You will need those. And I ordered mine at Walmart.com as well, but they also have them on AliExpress. I believe they cost like $1 or $2 on AliExpress for 10 of them or something like that. I ran out of sandpaper. I didn't run out of it. It was just a different kind and it was not good for it. So I started to cut off my pieces, you know, because if you dip them in and do something with them, you will get a colored end. So you have to take it off if you want to color something yellow, because if you don't, then you will get a red stain on it. So you use your sandpaper and you basically sand it off. And that keeps it pointy as well. Mine are not that pointy because I had to cut them off with my scissors. But that's fine. I'm not sure what those are used for. They are called different. They're not called stumps because this is rolled paper. But I use it just as well for with my Gamsol and the pencils. So this I did without any Gamsol or anything. And then for the first time when I got my Gamsol, I colored this one. And what I did was I just used one pencil and I went around all the lines that are there already from the stamp. And then I just used some Gamsol to see. And look how much color it got into the middle. You know, so Gamsol just helps you with the blending. And my friend Becky, she has a video. She shows you step by step how to use that. But with or without Gamsol, you can get good coloring. This is without. So this is one I did before I bought the Gamsol, and it just, you know, doubled her up, so she looks a little bit like that. But this rose is with Gamsol, you know, and it just depends, I guess. I don't like to use Gamsol on hair because then I feel like it gets all weird. This is one of my very last ones I colored. And I think I'm pretty good for being a newbie, you know. I've just colored for a little while, so I can always get better, and I will. But this, for example, I didn't use Gamsol on the hair at all. I used it on the flowers and on her face just to, you know, give her some, you see the pink right here and on top of her eyelid. So, you know, I think for somebody who has never colored for decades, yeah, since I was a child, I think I have done pretty good. And my tips would be Gamsol is pretty good. This is how it looks like at Walmart. You can get it at Michael's and whatever you wanna, wherever you wanna get it. It's just keep it closed. And I am thinking about putting it in a smaller container so I don't have to have the whole bottle. This one is 4.2 ounces. It was around $5. The paper stamps were like $5 as well on Walmart.com, but I also ordered and I'm waiting for the other ones from AliExpress. And my pencils were $30 from Amazon. It was Amazon choice. So, yeah. This is basically, you know, I did go ahead and I stamped a gorgeous girl right here just to show you like how the Gamsol works. And I wanted to, let me see. Okay, I will just show you how the Gamsol works just so you can get an idea. Okay, so I will take one. I'm not gonna do any shading or anything. I will just take one pencil. When you use, I don't know, to me, I feel like when I use them, the pencils, I don't like to push on it. So I do not push. Some people push, and if you push, you're kind of hurting the paper. The color will be probably better right away, but you're hurting the paper, so you cannot really do anything else. So to me, I like, and that's why it takes me so long to color a picture, I like to just go around it a lot of times, you know, just layering my color I want to use right here. Now, if you don't have Gamsol, you would just do this, and then you would use a darker color to, you know, have some shading, which I'm not gonna do. Okay, that should be enough for the video. I hope you can see it. I'm trying. Okay, can you see it better? I hope. You know, it looks like the color is not that good on my screen, but it's a really, really nice color. So this is what I would do, and then I would just take my Gamsol and take one of my paper stumps, make sure that I have a right end and not something red on it. And I will just go, see, you can see that there is Gamsol on it. And I will just go over the whole color, kind of pushing it towards the middle, you know. So I get the highlight in the middle. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's hard to show on the cam. It takes your color off, and you can push it around as much as you want, you know. And with the paper stamp, you can just press on it. Nobody cares. Nothing is gonna happen to the paper stamp. But you can always layer more color, even on top of Gamsol, you know. You just go and layer more on top of it. And once it dries, you can always dip it into your Gamsol again. But this is just with one pencil. And you see, it does move the color. I wonder why the color looks weird on my screen. It does not look same on my screen, but whatever. And then you can use the same pencil and just do your shading. you know, in spots where it's going to be darker. And you can go ahead and use the paper stamp again. You can dip it into your Gamsol if you want to. But I feel like sometimes when it's dry, it's working pretty good as well. So you have to figure out how you like it, I would say. You see, you can just move it. It goes wherever. And you can layer as much as you want. As long as you don't damage the paper, you know, you will not get any streaks or anything like that. So I think this is, I like the Gamsol. I think it made everything prettier. Everything I was coloring, it made everything prettier. So yeah, all in all, I would say it's a really good thing. And I do not use it on hair, like I said, because it just, I don't feel like you can see the hair if you do so. So like here, I don't know. You see, you can still see the hair kind of. And I feel like maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I feel like if I use Gamsol, it kind of takes away the whole hair. Like, I don't know. Maybe here on the stamp, it doesn't because there are the black lines already. But if you don't have, there were no lines for this hair except for those black lines here. But the hair itself, I had to kind of color, you know, and keep it as hair. So it's a difference. Also, it is a difference, and I want to show you. So this is my marker. So those are the alcohol markers, and this is your pencil. And even I'm trying to find something really colorful. Anything you color, it's of course not that vibrant. So this is, this I colored at the very beginning when I just started out coloring with my markers. But you can still get a lot of color in there. You know, it's not as vibrant as a marker, but I feel like it's good enough. You know, it's pretty good. And I must say I like coloring with my pencils more now than with my markers. Because it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's easier to achieve what I want to achieve. I know that I should practice my markers to get the same results, you know, to get better. But I'm better with my pencils now, so I want to keep coloring with my pencils. All in all, I would say I spent $30 and I'm pretty good. Let's say I spent $40 because I got Gamsol and the paper stamps and stuff. So, but it's really good. I like it. Except for if I'm using the same color, it's going away really quickly because this is my favorite color now. It's called Parrot Green. And this is my favorite one. And it's getting smaller right here. So, yeah. All in all, I would say it's a good purchase. Even though a couple of them seem to be dry and one of them broke, I'm still good because for a couple weeks I was busy coloring. I had fun, so I spent my $30 and I had fun for weeks. You know, if you go watch a movie, you spend your $10, $20 and you have fun for 2 hours. If you buy your pencils, you have fun for weeks and months, you know. So I want to stamp and color everything I can find. I actually colored everything I could find around me. Every stamp, because I had the older stamp organization. And they were not stamped out really good. It was just for my organization purposes. But I did color every stamp. Anything I found, even little bees. So anything I found, I colored. I just wanted to color more and more and more. I was like ecstatic about that. And it's a really, really therapeutic. So if you want to relax or something, yeah, all in all, I would say it's a really, really good purchase for me. I loved it. And nobody paid me to do the review. It's all my own opinion here. I wish they would pay me. Maybe I could get the rest of the colors. I also made myself a chart, but I left it in the living room, so I don't want to go. I just, you know, printed out a chart from online for Prismacolors. They have 150, and then you just color them out, and so you know which ones you got and which ones you can purchase if you want to. If you go to a store and have your coupon and don't know what to buy a pencil, you know. So I hope you liked this review. If you have any questions, you know, ask me in the description. I do not have a link to those. So please just, you know, it's really easy to go to Amazon and type in Prismacolor pencils. Those are soft core. So just look at Amazon. I don't have a link because mostly my daughter orders, not mostly, always she orders from Amazon. She got Prime and I don't want to bug her. She's too busy, and I really don't want to do that. However, if you like this one, give me a thumbs up. If you have questions, except for a link because I don't have one, then comment down below. I will try and link my bestie's video in the description. Let me know if I forgot that because a lot of times I forget. But I will try to link her video where she shows much better. She colors the whole girl and she gives you tips and stuff. So I will link it down below so you can check it out. And yeah, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, of course, if you haven't. And I would say go get some pencils and start coloring. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.